Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's just another quick disclaimer at the start of this video because I know that 9th is really just around the corner. 9th edition 40k is coming and everyone's very excited about it and what have you, and this is a very awkward time really to be doing a narrative campaign right jammed between the gaps of two separate editions of the game. It's awkward, but it is what it is. This game was filmed, like the previous one, many months ago, before the pandemic and lockdown happened, and as a result it's filmed in 8th edition 40k, and I know some people don't really care, but an awful lot of people do care which edition of 40k you're playing. It is amazing how the old one gets dropped like a hot potato once the new one comes out. So if you're not interested in watching a game of 40k that is not probably up to date by the time you're actually watching this, then I'm afraid to move along. However, if you don't care, then feel free to stick around and enjoy. Because if this game were filmed in 9th edition, it's fair to say I think certain things would have worked quite differently. So it is relevant in this particular scenario, ultimately. So just bear that in mind, I guess, while watching. Anyway, that's it. That's just the quick disclaimer at the start. Now let's get on with the video. Enjoy, folks. Ivan Herrick's preferred servants were the Skitarii legions of the Adeptus Mechanicus. A mundane reality of service to the Inquisition, and particularly the Ordo Malleus, was routine mind wipes. Inquisitorial aides would long cease to function as human beings if they retained the knowledge of all the things done in the name of preserving the Imperium. The Skitarii, however, did not have this problem. Bound like thralls to their tech priest masters, the Skitarii were reliable, unflinching machine men that did precisely what they were told, in exacting detail, in a fraction of the time it would take to brief ordinary humans, thanks to the miracle of binaric Kant. As a general rule, they too would need to be mind-wiped after certain operations, but this was already a fact of life in the Mechanicus, and there would be no protest or revolt. It was the Skitarii Herrick brought with him to Reuvengrad, and it was the Skitarii that would help him track down Alvara Shrake and apprehend him. Local forces could no longer be reasonably trusted. While his two colleagues followed up on other leads in the city and at the palace, Herrick took up the task of monitoring Shrake's movements. The governor's aide covered his tracks well, but not well enough. There were few encryptions that could not be broken by the Inquisitorial Rosette, and even fewer still that could not be unravelled by the practiced tech wizardry of his Mechanicus allies. With little effort, records of Shrake's comings and goings from the palace were revealed, and among them were a series of trips, unannounced, by a shuttle to a series of private spaceports in the polar regions of the Northern Hemisphere. These trips were made at regular intervals, and so it was a trivial matter to place a tracking device on Shrake's shuttle the next time he made his little pilgrimage. Herrick followed its progress from orbit, and once it arrived at the destination, Spaceport Aurelian in the Jade Mountains, he gave the order for the Skitarii to deploy. Teams of rangers and stalkers quickly landed in the surrounding area and began their surveillance. Herrick would find out what Shrake was doing here, who he was meeting, and then swoop in and retrieve the governor's aide for a thorough interrogation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode 2 of this narrative campaign involving the forces of the Inquisition battling with the foul forces of chaos. And here, folks, we find ourselves today up in the mountains of Reuvengrad, up in the mountains at a ostensibly private spaceport. We're here looking at the very edge of it right now, the front entrance, in through these mountain passes. You can see here there's a landing pad and one of many, many huts. And I want you to imagine that back in this direction there's more landing pads and more huts and all sorts of stuff going on. And out here we find the wilds of the mountains. It's very rocky. It's very densely packed with canyons and passes and all sorts of things like that. And the reason we're here today, of course, is because Inquisitor Herrick and his Adeptus Mechanicus allies have come here because this is where they've tracked Alvara Shrake, the governor's personal aide. He's been coming here regularly. He's been coming here off the books, and they want to know why. And Herrick sent some of his acolytes off into the hills to track him down, looking at him through, observing this place through binoculars from a long distance away. And they've reported that there's some bad goings on here indeed. Shrake has been seen here, and other nefarious figures have been seen here too, including someone who matches the description of the Chaos Sorcerer that the Inquisition encountered in the Underhive very recently. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 2. Dan is obviously back. There
Hello.
Yep, we didn't replace him halfway through the campaign.
Yet.
He's back with Inquisitor Herrick this time. The other 2 Inquisitors not here. They're doing other stuff, right?
They've got other Inquisitor stuff to do.
They're busy following other leads, basically.
They are inquisiting.
So it's just Herrick today. Just Herrick. Which is fine, because Herrick's a badass.
He is a badass.
He's badass. He proved that last time. He doesn't need the help. He can take this single-handedly. It'll be fine. And that is the plan today. You want to track down Alvara Shrake.
Yep.
And you want to take him prisoner.
Ask him some questions.
Ask him a few questions.
Some very pointed questions.
Some very pointed questions.
Well, I mean, with pointy objects.
With pointy objects, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the battlefield today. Up here in the mountains of Reuvengrad. Away from the hive cities themselves, out in the wilds, at this remote little private starport. Let's have a look at the Inquisition forces, folks. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Admech and also Inquisitor Herrick for today. He's pulled in some of his Admech allies, I assume because they were the closest to hand, really.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. And basically, you're not, generally speaking, expecting the people occupying this place to sort of let you in and make you a cup of tea and take your coat.
We've been reliably informed they are bad people.
They are naughty, naughty people, and they probably need to die, and also probably aren't going to open the door for you in the first place. No. So you've brought along a couple of living battering rams, essentially.
Well, they're not really living, but technically there's a bit of living in there.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit of living in there, otherwise it's illegal. It's naughty.
Yes.
Don't want any abominable intelligence, thank you very much.
Nope.
But, a couple of robots.
We've got the wetware in there.
Yeah.
That's how they work.
Punchy robots and the data smith shepherding them along.
Yep.
As well. And, they're basically brought along for the purposes of, probably battering down the doors into this compound.
And battering any Chaos cultists we find.
Indeed. This is also kind of a sort of slightly covert op, which is why you've brought along lots of Rust Stalkers.
Yes.
Sicarian Rust Stalkers.
Yes,
something like that. The full name, whatever.
Yep.
Because they are sneaky dudes. Sneaky-ish dudes.
Well, they're quite fast.
They're quite quick.
They're not as sneaky as infiltrators, but I don't have any of them. So
yeah,
it's Rust Stalkers.
I didn't realise you didn't have any infiltrators.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, and then you've just got some Skitari. A couple, unit of Vanguard and unit of Rangers?
Yep. I think it made sense to me to bring both, really.
Yep.
The Rangers are ranging, and the Vanguards are Vanguard.
Yeah, Vanguard for breaching and clearing, and the Rangers for taking some pot shots at a distance.
Yes.
Doing Ranger stuff out here.
I feel like the Rangers are probably the ones who've been scouting around and find this base.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually. I can see that. Those 5 Rangers, they're the ones that have been hiding in these hills.
Yeah.
Observing.
All sorts of advanced optics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then there's Herrick himself, of course.
Yep, with his force sword and bolt pistol. It's all WYSIWYG. So we've got a power sword on this guy. We've got an arc rifle in that squad. They've both got phosphor blasters.
Brilliant.
And Herrick is an Inquisitor. He's got a Warlord trait that's called Psychic Mastery, I think it is. He's because he's Ordo Malleus, and that's their trait. Gives him an extra psychic power and deny he can use every turn.
Brilliant.
His psychic powers are, I think, Terrify and Castigation.
Lovely. What do they do? We'll get to them later, I suppose, won't we? But he also because we got upgrades at the end of the last mission, he also has +1 attack. Yeah.
Yes, he is a now certified badass. He does have +1 attack.
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered it because I actually didn't. I was like, I knew we gave them upgrades of some sort previously.
I wrote it all down.
But I couldn't remember exactly what we gave them, but luckily you wrote it down. So good. So it's a very small little infiltration force here.
Well,
about as sneaky as a pair of giant orange robots can be.
Yeah.
But you're using things like Shroud Psalm.
Yes, so
obviously.
I think we're going to say that Shroud Psalm is in effect for the entire game.
Yes.
Because we're being sneaky, so the Admech are all chanting away with their strange chants that disrupt traditional communications and detection methods.
Yep, the Tech Priest Dominus in his command centre elsewhere, probably talking to Herrick via a Vox link. This entire time he will be ensuring that all of his minions are in sort of Shroud Psalm mode, infiltration mode. So that will give you, if you're not familiar with, we won't be rolling for canticles basically.
No, we just have that every turn.
Just canticles every turn. What we call not canticles, sorry. Shroud Psalm every turn.
Yep.
And that gives you +1. You basically
they count as being in cover even if they're not.
Basically, yeah. So +1 to your save,
including the robots, which is funny.
Yeah. So the robots will be potentially quite difficult to kill for the heretics that await inside this place.
Oh yes, they are very difficult to kill.
So yes, that'll be interesting. Right. Okay. I think let's get you guys deployed. And let's begin your attack on this starport here. And so we begin, folks. Here they are. You can see Shrake and 2 people he's talking to up here on the top of this landing pad. They seem to be waiting for something and discussing their plans in the meantime. This sorcerer, previously met in the Underhive, but now identified after access to inquisitorial records as Nemator Twice Cursed, an infamous Chaos Sorcerer who's been active in the region with Traitor Guard forces fighting against the Crusade forces of the Imperium, and also another guy here that Herrick recognises by the name of Vandrax the Red. He is the leader of a Traitor Guard outfit called the Crimson Legion, or the Crimson Chorus, alternately. And calling them Traitor Guard wouldn't, strictly speaking, be entirely accurate, because they weren't guardsmen that turned traitor. They are sort of, we were talking about it earlier, really, and they're sort of the equivalent of fantasy Chaos Marauders. They are Chaos humans.
Yes.
Raised on tribal worlds out there in the Gulf, given decent equipment by their masters and given proper training equivalent to Imperial Guardsmen, but they're not really Imperial Guardsmen.
I mean, by their nature, they are traitors, though.
Yes, they are effectively, yeah. But they're a vast sort of Traitor Guard outfit. A legion, as the name suggests, similar to the Blood Pact and the Sons of Sek, if you've ever read the Gaunt's Ghost novels by Dan Abner. It's a similar kind of thing, and this guy is in charge of it. So if he's here, and Nemator Twice Cursed is here, and they're talking to Shrake, the governor's personal aide, something very bad indeed is going on here. And that mad cultist you captured back in the Underhive might have been onto something.
Might not have been quite so mad.
He might not quite as much of as a lunatic as we might have taken him for originally. So there it is. Now, as we pan out over here, we can see that some of the traitor forces are already arrayed out here. Guarding this entrance to the base here, by this door, is a squad of traitor guardsmen and a mortar team. These guys are dressed, by the way, in the uniforms of this new Imperial Guard regiment that's supposedly being founded on this planet at the moment. These guys are all dressed in the uniforms of that regiment. And I know they look an awful lot like Mycadians.
No.
That you may remember from other battle reports, but I assure you they are not the same.
Don't know what you're talking about.
They are
totally unique models.
They've got Cadian weapons and equipment, but they're from Reuvengrad, these guys, or at least that's the thought.
The equipment and weapons are mass produced and sent out to many guard regiments.
Indeed, loads and loads of.
So they probably are wearing the same gear.
Loads of PDF regiments and stuff like that wear Cadian gear, but these guys are supposed to be from the Reuvengrad 21st, the latest guard regiments being founded on the planet at this very moment. But so it's very odd to see them here guarding a civilian spaceport in the middle of the mountains, but here they are nevertheless. And so you've got some guys guarding over here, some guys guarding over there, and actually up in here you've got a very sneaky little sniper as well. He's overwatching the valley, and here a unit of guardsmen with a missile launcher team that has just come back from a patrol, and as they round this corner here, that's when they encounter the Inquisitor and his Adeptus Mechanicus allies, and that, as you'll notice, they do have a Voxcaster in their unit.
Balls.
That is when the alarm is raised. And so, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, is when we're going to be rolling off to see who goes first. Now, one other point of admin that I forgot to mention earlier, command points for the Inquisition forces.
Yep.
Previously, I think you had 3 command points plus D6.
I believe that was originally intended.
For the first mission, yeah. So you had 3 Inquisitors, so you had 3 command points plus D6. In this mission, you brought only 1 Inquisitor. You've chosen to. And so you'll have 1 command point plus D6. However, because you got the secondary objective in the previous game of capturing that cult leader, you'll get an extra command point.
Hey.
So you have 2 plus D6 for this. So if you want to roll for that now,
boom,
you have
8.
Nice, 8 command points for this mission.
Thank you.
And additionally, the custom stratagem we made up is in fact it's still in effect for this game as it was in the first one. You can spend 2 command points to make me re-roll the dice.
Yep.
So it's like a command point re-roll. You have to force me to re-roll one, which is quite sneaky and fun.
I just remembered there was the special rule about shooting characters. You can shoot them even if they're not the closest target, as long as they're the closest target you can see.
Yes.
Because of all this.
That was mostly because we were doing this sort of
purposes.
A Zone Mortalis game previously, but
I don't have any rhinos to do the sneaky.
No, exactly. So
sniping.
We can still let that rule continue to apply. So it's effectively the character rules working like they did at the very start of 8th edition, without all of the
Some might
FAQ
say
changes.
working as intended.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, there's that. Also, we're rolling off to see who goes first here now. There's not going to be any pluses or minuses to this. I might have given you a +1, or even let you go first entirely on this one, if you had captured the Sorcerer in the previous mission, as opposed to one of the random cult leaders. There. He also wouldn't be here if you'd captured him, yeah. So he wouldn't have let these guys know that the Inquisition's onto them. And so as a result of that, that's why you see all these guardsmen out here on patrol and stuff, because they're expecting potentially trouble from the Inquisition. And so that's the point where we bring the game to its beginning. These guys round the corner here are coming back from their patrol, which they've been sent out on because these guys suspect trouble. And that is when they meet the AdMech, and that is when we roll off to see who gets the first shot. Do the AdMech and the Inquisition seize the initiative, so to speak? Or do these guardsmen jump to action faster than we might have thought? Alright, I have a dice. Let's do this. No pluses or minuses, it's simply a case of who goes first. Oh, who rolls highest goes first. Boop. What'd I get? 5.
3.
Alright, it looks like the traitors had their morning coffee. They're awake and alert. They know they've seen you, they know what's happening, and they're going to open fire first.
Maybe they had a cup of tea with actual tea bags.
Yeah, he's annoyed with me because I didn't have any tea in. We didn't have any tea left. I didn't know that until I checked the cupboard today, but look at him, he's incandescent with rage. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, we don't have any tea.
I'm not twitching, it's you.
It's right, anyway. Traitors, renegades, heretics, lost, damned, whatever we're calling them, the bad guys. Turn 1. Right, so the traitor turn begins, most of them staying put behind their barricades around the outside of the base. However, this squad over here, this little patrol heading back, they are making a beeline for the entrance over here, and their comrades waiting behind that barricade. However, they'll certainly be opening fire as they make their way across there at the AdMech and Inquisition forces over there. That is the movement phase, basically. That patrol ran in this direction. And now we're going to open fire. And we're going to start with this mortar team, single solitary mortar team, by itself, dropping a mortar round down over here at, I think your Rust Stalkers. They're the guys at the front, so yeah. So there'll be D6 shots for 4, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Now,
they're not Cadians.
I was going to say, they might look like Cadians, but they're not Cadians. These guys, instead of having a regimental doctrine, they're going to have Death to the False Emperor. We decided, basically. That is their regimental rule, effectively, for these traitors. They just get Death to the False Emperor, like Chaos Marines do. So.
Traitors.
Anyway, 2 hits. What's the toughness of Rest Stalkers?
3.
3. Okay, so 3's to wound.
Yeah.
2 wounds on the Rest Stalkers, my friend. No
cool.
AP.
They've got a 4 save, but because it's Shrine Summon, it's a 3-up.
Very good.
Pass 1, fail 1.
Right. How many wounds do they have?
They have 2 each.
2 each. Okay, so put a wound on a Rust Stalker. Next up, this squad behind their barricade, opening fire at the Rust Stalkers as well. 9 shots from this range, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. And 3 3-up saves again.
Okay.
Right, one of the Rust Stalkers is brought down by lasgun fire. And now we're going to move over to the other side. Right, the returning patrol now. They're going to fire all of their lasgun shots up here at the Skitarii Vanguard. Since they're the most obvious target from this range and this view. And the missile launch team in the squad is going to fire its missile launcher at the robots, somewhat unsurprisingly. Lasguns first, hitting on 4s. Only 3 hits for the traitors this time. Wounding on 4s. Yeah, 1 wound.
Come on, symbol. Save.
Saved. Now the missile launcher, hitting on a 5 because it moved. Doesn't hit. Missile goes snaking off into the distance, completely failing to meet its target. Last, and let's face it, probably least, this sniper up in the hills here. He's looking down his scope at all these guys over here, and he sees the Inquisitor in amongst a lot of them and thinks he's probably the most important. I'm going to shoot him. 1 shot, hitting on a 4. Does hit. Wounding on a 4. And if he rolls a 6, it's a mortal wound in addition. He does wound.
It's a wound?
No mortal wound, but he does wound.
Okay. There's no AP on that, is there?
Nope.
Right, so he's got a 4-up save and he's in cover, so it's a 3-up.
Okay.
It's fine.
He makes it. The long line shot bounces off his inquisitorial battle plate. And that is all the traitors have for you so far. Obviously, there's going to be more inside this compound here that you can't currently see. You don't really know what's in there, but there's stuff in there, I can tell you that much. So anyway,
that'll be fine. There's nothing there. It's fine.
That's it for the traitors. Let's see what the Inquisition and AdMech can do. Right, ladies and gents, the Inquisition/AdMech movement phase is done. The Rust Stalkers have moved and advanced, yes?
Yes, they advanced a whopping 2 inches.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Heading towards the guardsmen at the... Let's call this Gate A, and this one Gate B, I suppose.
Sure.
They're heading towards Gate A.
Yep, gonna mince some guardsmen.
On the other side, the Datesmith, and he's shepherding forth his robots towards these terrified traitor guardsmen.
They're quite eager, so they're heading towards them.
Yes.
They're backed up by the Vanguard, who are in range to fire their...
Radium carbines?
Radium carbines,
yes.
yes.
I actually remembered what they're called. I'm so proud of myself. I can't remember what the other ones are called. But,
Galvanic Rifles.
Galvanic Rifles,
They are all in range of the Guardsmen, because they've got 30-inch range anyway. And the Arc Rifles 24 has just crept into range there.
Brilliant.
And Herrick has advanced down there, hopefully to get out of sniper fire range and line of sight, but we'll find out later.
Yeah, that long last shot pinged off his armour, but he might not be so lucky next time, so he's wisely ducked into cover.
As we've established, he's a badass, but he's not stupid. So
he's not immortal.
Getting shot in the head
with
a sniper rifle.
Brilliant. So, yeah, Herrick's stuck behind there. Brilliant. Okay, so let us bring forth the wrath of the Omnissiah upon these foul heretics. Okay, shooting phase. First up is the Radium Carbines shooting these poor little renegade traitor scumbags.
My heart bleeds.
What are you hitting on? 3s?
3s, disappointingly.
4s to win.
That's 3 wounds.
3 wounds. No AP?
No AP.
2 saves made, 1 fails, so one of the traitors dies. Next up, it's the Galvanic Rifles. Yep.
Yep.
From the Ranger Squad firing at these guardsmen over here, you can't see this mortar team, can you?
Not quite, no.
You got down and had a look, but they're very sneaky and small, those heavy weapons teams, so...
So, here we go, 3s to hit.
Lovely. And 4s to win.
3s to win.
3s to win.
4. 6s are -1 AP.
Oh dear. The Omnissiah is not with you today, apparently.
The arc rifle hits, strength 6, it wounds, and it's -1 AP.
Lovely. We are considering these guys to be in cover because of the barricades they've got set up. So, 5-up save. Failed.
Good one.
Another traitor scumbag is dead. Last but certainly not least, in this case, it is the robots firing their phosphor blasters at this squad over here, this little one.
We're firing overhead while we run in to punish these guys.
Lovely jubbly.
Right, so hitting on 5s because they moved. They normally hit on 4s. 2. Sorry, 1
hit, yes.
Good-o. It's strength 6, so it's a wound, and it's -2 AP, and it ignores cover.
Oh, lovely. So they don't
I think
get...
that's 1 dead.
Don't get a save, so another traitor.
That's from the other squad.
Just get... Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sorry, it's the other squad.
Cheating!
Cheating. Sort of.
So I've killed 1 guy from each squad.
Which, of course, brings us straight to the charge phase, and this is the only charge that's happening. Subtle as a brick to the face.
Yep. Big orange robot to the face. Yeah, they're in.
They're in. I'll roll a little bit of Overwatch. It's mostly for the crack missile on the missile launcher. Does it hit? No. I'll do the rest of the las guns now. They are in. No damage done on Overwatch. Get ready for a fisting. Here it comes.
Yep.
So, 3 attacks each.
Yep, hit on 4s. Okay, that's not bad. And we are wounding, killing on 2s.
Killing
strength
on 2s,
10
yeah.
-3 damage or something
Big
like that.
punchy fists, yeah.
And because I am Riser, that my trait is to reroll 1s to wound in melee.
Holy crap, fair enough.
Actually did a thing. There we go, 3 dead.
3 dead traitor scumbags. The traitor scumbags, for their part, they will fight back with their bayonets. 6 attacks in total, and death to the false emperor is the thing for these guys. So,
Hey.
very good. That is 4 hits. Now wounding you on 6s.
You don't get to reroll 1s.
The Omnissiah protected you big time there. Fair enough. Not that you had much to fear from bayonets in the first place, but wow.
doubt it.
Wow, that was funny. Okay, right. That's the end of your turn.
Yes,
with the exception
leadership is a thing.
of morale here, so these guys, they lost. Oh yeah, okay, so they lost 4, 10, another 3 of them will run away, leg it back to the compound.
Good stuff.
That leaves the missile launcher team and 1 of the guardsmen still alive in that squad. And over here, they lost 1, and they are fine. Oh, indeed, those guys lost 1 over there, but again, they'll be fine. Or, well, are they?
I don't know, are they?
I think the leadership's 7, I think. So yeah, no, they're fine. All right. 1 guard squad, the traitor guard squad, coming back from their patrol. Really wish they hadn't come back from their patrol right about now, I think, as they are turned into paste by these giant stompy robots. All right, that's the end of the AdMech Inquisition turn 1. Yeah, let's see what the renegades and heretics have in store for turn 2. Okay, folks, the traitors have regrouped and mobilized, and I'm getting a low battery warning. Jolly good. Anyway, continuing on, the remainders of this infantry squad here have run and hid around the side of this rock away from the robots. Can't blame them, really. And over here at this gate, another squad has emerged as the alarm has been raised. You can probably hear in the background, like the siren on the base going off. Thank you, sound effects department. And emerging through here is another infantry squad. This one with a melter gun. And they're being led by this quite visibly Acheron. He's quite obviously a baddie. This sort of renegade commissar / officer type dude. He's going to be effectively a platoon commander. He's got a shotgun and a close combat weapon. And he can issue orders, is the important thing as well. He can issue 1 order a turn as a platoon commander. And that's what he's going to be doing, because the movement phase is done, pretty much. These guys emerge from the gate as if they've deep striked in, effectively, is the way I'm running that. And everyone over here has stayed put. That infantry squad behind the barricades and the mortar team. They've stayed as they are. And so, folks, we're going to go into the shooting phase, and we'll start the shooting phase by issuing an order from this rebel commander to this squad here to first rank fire, second rank fire. Because they're going to be shooting... Honestly, actually, probably just the robots. But if you're gonna shoot robots with las guns, you might as well fire in full auto, right? So
Sure.
That's what's gonna happen next, folks. All right, folks, here we go. I've changed my order. I'm not going to reissue first rank fire, second rank fire. I'm actually going to reissue the other one, bring it down, reroll ones to wound, for the sake of our sanity.
Because that will affect that melter gun as well.
It will, yes. So speaking of the melter gun,
is notably there.
Is notably there. We'll fire that first. Okay, that's a hit. Good stuff. I just drop dice don't normally count, but I'll let that one slide. Fine. And it does wound. It does wound. It's AP minus a lot, my friend.
Although it is AP minus a lot.
You have Shroud Psalm, and you do have
a 5-up invulnerable save.
Yeah.
And I am in the Aegis protocol, so that gets +1 to that.
Indeed.
So I've effectively got a 4-up invulnerable save, and if I roll a 6, it bounces back and does a mortal wound to you.
Let's see if it happens.
Ah.
Oh. Alright, D6 damage. It's 4. Put a hole in that robot. Yes, indeed. There's a significantly damaged robot. Let's see if the lasguns can finish it off. Hitting on 4s. Now looking for 6s. Ooh, did we not get a single one?
We got 1.
We got a single...
And also, no 1s either.
No 1s either to reroll, no.
That was terrible.
Chaos gods, you have betrayed us! No!
What are you rolling?
I'm rolling... I don't know why I'm rolling, actually. You're right, that was a wound roll.
Yeah.
I just rolled a dice because I wanted to for fun, okay?
Right,
leave me alone.
Sure.
Yeah, you're fine. Right, perhaps these rebels over here will have a bit more luck with their lasgun shooting. Incidentally, fired those 4 lasgunners from that tiny little squad there, and they all missed. All 1s or 2s to hit. Brilliant. So anyway, these guys, 8 shots at the rust stalkers in front of them. And that is 3 hits. That's 3 hits. 2 wounds. No, 1 wound.
Thank you. 4-up. 3-up, rather, because of Shrine Sun.
Yep, they're fine. Then the Mortar Team, firing at the Rust Stalkers as well. 4 shots. All hit, though.
Yikes.
2 wounds.
1 failed.
1 more wound down on another Rust Stalker. Lovely jubbly.
I'll take it.
Lovely. Oh, and last, but again not least, the sniper over there in the hills. There he is. He's going to be firing his sniper rifle at the Datasmith, who is the only character he can see right now. So
I did check. Herrick is safely hidden.
And he rolls a magnificent 1 and misses completely.
Perfect.
I thought he had a bead there on the Datasmith's head, and then the Datasmith stooped to tie his shoelaces, and the shot went right over him. I guess. If you've ever seen Day of the Jackal, you'll know what I mean with Charles de Gaulle. But anyway, so right, that's my lot, pretty much. That is my lot. Very good. We damaged a robot. That was nice.
You did, yeah.
Good.
If only I had a tech priest who was specifically designed for looking after and fixing robots.
Yes, if only. Right. Okay. Inquisition turn 2. Let's go. Alright, it is the movement phase for the Inquisition and Admech, and they're going for a 2-pronged assault. The Datasmith, I suppose, leading this side as the stompy robots continue stomping towards these guardsmen and this gate, with the Vanguard Skitari following it behind them. They advanced.
They did.
So did the Datasmith as well, actually, for that matter.
But they do have assault weapons, so they can still fire.
They can still shoot with a -1 to hit. Very nice. Herrick leading the other prong of the attack behind the Rust Stalkers, who are looking to charge straight into those guardsmen over there, and the Rangers outflanking over there in the distance behind
They have
them.
moved into a position where they can now see the Mortar Team, so that's their plan.
Excellent, yeah, so they're going to be taking down the Mortar Team. Brilliant. So you're closing in on the gates to this facility.
Yep, that's the plan.
Not bottlenecking yourself into a single one, but trying to go for both.
As far as I can tell, we've got to get in as soon as possible because the alarm has been raised, so who knows?
Indeed.
Who knows what's going on? They know we're here.
You'll notice, folks, I didn't mention what the turn limit for this game was. I'm deliberately keeping you in the dark. All will become clear soon. Anyway, speaking of things becoming clear. What do you want to shoot first?
Well, there are two things to do before the shooting phase.
Well, one is
First
the psychic
thing
phase.
Is the psychic phase.
Traditionally like to forget, but there it is.
But before that, incidentally, I didn't forget it last time. He just didn't. He was out of line of sight and didn't have anything to do. Firstly, though, at the end of the movement phase, I am going to repair my robot.
Ah, yes, this is the fancy tech priest who is specifically designed for fixing robots.
Cybernetica Data Smith can repair D3 wounds on a Castellan robot.
There we go.
That's the one. For 2.
Brilliant.
Take that.
2 of those wounds back off the 4 we damaged it with. Fine work there, Mr. Data Smith. Now, psychic shenanigans.
Right, okay. He's going to cast 2 powers this turn, and they're both going to pass, obviously. He's going to cast Terrify on those guardsmen over there, which is a warp charge value of 6. And if passed, they are at -1 leadership and they can't fire Overwatch.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Excellent. So there's leadership 6 now, and they can't fire Overwatch to the incoming Rust Stalkers.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
And then he is going to cast Castigation on them, which is I have to beat their leadership on 3 dice, and if I do, they get D3 mortal wounds.
Lovely.
So first of all, does he cast? He does not.
Ah, that's a shame. So you literally terrify them to death.
That's okay. I totally trust Rust Stalkers to kill them.
Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't, but anyway, kicking off the shooting phase with the Rangers trying to take down that Mortar Team.
Okay. Galvanic Rifles. 3 hits.
Very nice.
Strength 4. That is 2 wounds. One of them is at -1 AP.
All right, -1 AP, 1 6-up save, failed, and a 5-up save. Well, it's 4-up and a 5-up because he's in cover actually. So it's passed and failed.
Okay. And then the arc rifle misses.
Oh dear. Well, 1 wound remaining on the Mortar Team.
Stupid Mortar Team.
Stupid Mortar Team. And what next? Next up, it's the robots firing their phosphor blasters into this large squad of guardsmen.
No, the smaller squad.
Smaller squad of guardsmen, correction.
Same one we shot at last time, actually. 2 hits. And 2 dead.
Lovely. Dead. Next up, you're using a stratagem, sir.
I am playing Protector Doctrina Imperative on the Skitari Vanguard, which gives them +1 to hit in shooting.
Lovely.
They don't have. If they had a data teller, they would get +2 to hit, but they don't.
Very good. So overcoming your -1.
Exactly. So they are back to hitting 3s, and they're firing at that squad there.
Nice.
There you go. Well, that looks better than last time.
Now winning on 4s.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5-up saves. I make 2 of them. 2 guardsmen are dead. Traitor guardsmen. Rebel scum, not fit to bear the name of guardsman, etc., etc. With that shooting out of the way, it's charging time. These robots are going straight into these guardsmen like a living battering ram. And I've got Overwatch to do first. I'm going to do the melter gun on camera.
Oh, okay.
Close but no cigar.
I'll take that.
If you were my actual loyalist guardsman, you might have hit then, you see. But you weren't. You're a rebel traitor scumbag, so it's fine. I'll do the other lasguns off camera in a second. Do you make that charge, sir?
Yep.
You do. As for the Rust Stalkers over here, same deal. And no Overwatch this time because of your psychic shenanigans.
Yes. Anything but a +1, I believe.
Beautiful.
I got a bit scared there.
You are, in fact, in. Well done. All right, beginning the fight phase with the robots.
Yup.
Smashing these guardsmen into tiny pieces of meat flesh.
Obviously, they didn't do anything on Overwatch.
No, they didn't. Yeah, the lasguns failed to do any wounds, unsurprisingly.
Punch, punch, punch. 4 ups. Ooh, that's good. Punching.
Slightly better than average.
Yep. And then 2s to kill. Rerolling 1s.
Lovely.
Bonk.
4 dead squid. Extremely dead traitors.
Just super dead.
Just super dead. Next up, the Rust Stalkers have piled into these guardsmen, all but one at the back being able to fight right now. And you're attacking with your transonic razors
yes,
first?
They have 2 weapons, transonic razors and cord claws. And they have to use 1 attack each on the cord claws and the rest of their attacks on the razors. So this is all the razor attacks.
Very good.
We are hitting on 3s.
Sorry folks, if there's any feedback there. The charging cable for this keeps rubbing up against the polystyrene hills. So if you can hear a weird noise on the camera other than my voice, that'll be what it is. Apologies.
So they were hitting on 3s and 5 out of 6 hits. 5 out of 11 hits.
Very good.
Okay. Yeah.
Wound.
Right, strength 4, so 3s to wound, rerolling 1s because we're riser, and 6s are mortal wounds instead.
Or no 6s.
How about that? Still no 6s, 3 wounds, no AP.
No AP at all?
No AP at all.
Good heavens.
You tell me about it.
2 dead. The claws!
The claws, 3s. Oh, all hit.
Very nice. Better than last time.
And 3s to wound, again. 1s reroll, 6s are good.
We got 2 goods.
There's 2 6s. So these 3 are just regular armour saves.
Right.
No AP or nothing.
Failed all.
And these precious 6s are D3 mortal wounds each.
Whoa! That's quite a lot.
For 3 mortal, so 3 more die.
6 in total, actually. So, yeah. Dead, 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 dead. I've lost count. 1 rebel guardsman remains standing, I think. Didn't necessarily do the maths as thoroughly as I could have there. I totally lost count of how many were dead. It doesn't matter though. It really, really, truly does not matter. 1 rebel guardsman is alive still. The sergeant there with the chainsword. And I think we'll go with him now. 3 attacks. Death of the False Emperor is a thing for him, but no. He does wound though, once.
Of course he does. 4 up save. Hey!
These 4 rebel scumbags over here are going to try and stab those robots. 2 of them hit. 1 of them wounds.
Jesus.
You didn't expect that, did you? Good.
I did not expect that.
That concludes the fight phase. Morale. This guy is running away no matter what happens. These guys over here lost 6. 7. They're actually holding firm for the Dark Gods. Nice. And then these 2 here, they lost another 2. 5. They're fine as well. All right. Well, folks, it's the Traitor movement phase summary. These guys, who I momentarily forgot existed, have run out from behind their rock, and the missile launcher team is looking at firing a missile at these robots. What's left of this squad over here have fallen out of combat with the robots, and the Traitor commander, he's going to order them to get back in the fight, so that metal gun will be firing at those robots as well. Yay. Hoping to do some extra damage to them, before they're crushed to a pulp, as is almost certainly going to happen. These 2 here have stayed put as well. And over here, the Mortar Team is, just sort of sitting there and panicking, basically. It's got nowhere to go, so there it is. That's the grand total of my movement phase. I'm going to go straight into shooting, and I'm going to start with this missile over here, shooting at these robots. Hits on a 5 because it moved. It hits on a 6.
Ooh.
Nice. 3 to wound. It wounds you, sir.
Okay.
AP -2. You're still in Aegis protocol, right?
Yep, and Shroud's Arm, so I've got +2 to my save. So we're on 3 up. Ooh! I'm going to use a CP on that.
I would too, if I were you.
Because I really don't want this to go through. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. All right.
Emperor, protect me.
It's D6 damage. It's 3.
Good job I repaired that guy.
Could have been much worse.
1 wound left on that one.
1 wound left on that robot. Okay, well, of course, now what happens is the melter gun from this guy. There's a couple of lasguns in there, but let's, for the sake of brevity, gentlemen and ladies, pretend that it just missed. Because it probably will. Sure. Missed and failed to wound.
I mean, you can roll it with those lasguns all at the same time, can't you?
Right, yeah. These guys here, let's see. Melter gun, that's the main thing. It misses.
Good.
We'll be relieved to hear.
I am relieved.
And then the other guardsmen with their pew-pews, which actually have names. They're called lasguns, Dave. Right. 2 wounds, actually, on your robot.
Right, well, luckily it's a 2 up at
this
point in time.
Close. Just knocked off a piece of cliff, but close.
Fine.
All right, good. Sniper up in the hills. He's going to fire a sniper rifle at your data smith.
No.
He hits. He wounds, does a mortal wound.
Okay then.
Mortal wound and a save to make.
Yep, so the save, he's got a 2-up save. It's fine.
Good, but he's taken a mortal wound.
He's taken a mortal wound. That's the problem.
From this rebel sniper. My goodness, I didn't expect that to actually happen.
No, me neither.
Lastly, the platoon commander here, the rebel commander, does actually have a shotgun. So, because you're within half range as well, it's going to be strength 4, which is nice. So, 3's to hit. He hits once. 5's to wound.
Yeah.
Wounds with the shotgun on the robot.
2 up.
Fails.
I'm going to use another command point.
It's okay.
These robots are very expensive.
And you pass this time. No. And for those of you who are new year, of course, as well. New here. Brain, English language, what? For those of you who are new here, in narrative play, you can span the same stratagem in the same phase, unlike in match play. So that's why he was able to do 2 command rerolls like that. Anyway, the shotgun almost, but didn't, kill that robot, which leaves only one thing left, which is the mortar team over here. And they're going to lob a shell or 2 down at those Rust Stalkers. D6 shots. For 2.
They're literally just lobbing them down.
Yeah, I think genuinely, like they've given up on using the actual mortar tube itself. They're just throwing the shells at you.
Just throw the entire mortar at them at that range.
They hit once. They wound once. Failed. Another Rust Stalker's dead.
He can die.
Alright, ladies and gents, just because I know there's probably people screaming at me in the comments, because it does have 1 wound left.
You're going to do those last guns.
I am actually going to roll these las guns properly instead of just saying they miss. So, oh look, only 1 hit. Does it wound on a 6? No. Right, so there you go. The dice gods have decided they did indeed miss, and I was right the first time. But there you go.
How dare you doubt him?
How dare you doubt me, dice gods? Oh, now I've cursed myself. Now I'm in trouble.
I was talking to the internet.
Oh, you were talking to the internet.
Yeah.
I was talking to the dice gods.
And your judgment that it wouldn't do anything.
Oh, there you are. Right.
But
That is actually the end of my turn. I have no charges planned.
You've got to curse yourself now. No trouble.
Actually, do I have charges planned?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do
you want to suicide charge that robot to try and kill it?
I could suicide charge the robot to try and kill it. Slow you down a bit.
I doubt it, but you could try.
Well, you see, you've got to batter down these doors.
Yep.
The doors. The doors actually are things that you need to destroy. It should be pointed out. You don't just walk up to it in the open. They're toughness 7. They've got 5 wounds each, and a 3-up save. So your robots will actually have to get into combat with the door and punch it a few times. Obviously, you will auto hit the door.
It's a door.
Because, you're not going to miss a door in close combat, let's be honest.
Well, I don't know.
But yeah, that's a thing to take into consideration. No, I'm not going to charge it. I don't think...
Okay.
I think they're just cowering in fear, mostly, really. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. Take the chances with maybe some Overwatch fire with the melter gun, I reckon. That's what's going to happen. Alright, so that's the end of the Renegade and Traitor turn. Let's go to the Inquisition and Admech turn 3. Alright, ladies and gents. They've made their move, the Loyalists. The Rust Stalkers climbing up over these rocks to try and murder this Mortar Team. And you've said they're going in the bin if they fail to do this,
if they fail to kill a 1-wound Mortar Team, they are, they're in the bin.
In the bin. Elsewhere over here, the robots have shuffled forward a little bit. You did mention that there's this one guardsman here that's rather selfishly blocking the way.
There's some stupid guardsman there.
Yeah, so that's annoying. The Vanguard have followed up behind. The Dead Smith has moved up behind. Yep. And over here...
He advanced.
Who advanced?
Inquisitor Herrick advanced.
Oh, Herrick is around here as well, yeah.
He's come along to help.
Changed direction.
Mm-hmm. Gonna lend some psychic might.
And your Rangers have moved a little bit?
Yep. They're moving generally this way, but a couple of them have popped up here so they can see down this gap at these guys.
Yes, you want to be able to take some pot shots at that missile launcher because it caused you some issues.
I did initially say I'm going to ignore them because they're not in the way of the door.
Yes.
And then that happened, and now I've changed my mind.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Missile launcher needs to be taken care of. Okay,
yes.
so...
although on the subject of robots being damaged, he does still have 1 wound, so I'm going to try and fix him at the end of the movement phase, which is now.
Very good. Gets out the wrench, the duct tape.
For 2 mortal wounds.
2
wounds.
2 wounds. I always end up saying that as well. When I'm repairing something, I say, it repairs 2 mortal wounds.
There we go.
But that's not correct. Anyway, 3 left on the robot. And then Psychic?
Yep. So he is going to cast Castigation on this squad.
Ah, okay. So
he passes.
He does indeed. Now you got to
beat their leadership.
3d6 and beat 7. You should do this.
Yep.
And you do.
So they take D3 mortal wounds. 1.
One of them dies. So I tell you what we're going to do. I know they look like 3 separate models, but it's because it's a very old school missile team.
So they're technically one model. Yeah.
Technically, they'll take a wound like that because they're both one model.
Does mean the next one they take, that guy has to die. So I'll take it.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Alright, for his next trick, he's casting Terrify on this squad here, so they can't overwatch.
With the melter.
As if they weren't terrified enough as it was.
Yep. Well, they didn't fail their leadership, so obviously they weren't scared enough, so he's going to make them more scared.
Very good.
Here we go. He does not.
He doesn't. It was not, in fact, possible to terrify them any more than they already were.
Fair enough. I was considering a CP there, but I'd need a 4 up, so...
How many have you got left?
I've got 5 left.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I'll just trust you to miss.
Shooting phase! First up, the Rangers taking some pot shots at the missile launch team.
Yep, so there's 2 of them that can see through this gap.
Very good. You thread the needle.
Yep. Pew pew! 1 hit. Doesn't wound. Okay.
Doesn't wound.
Problem.
And you've got a split fire somewhere.
Yeah.
Next up, the phosphor blasters on the robots are shooting this missile team.
Yep. Firing backwards. We're returning fire on a stupid missile. Hit on 5s because we moved. 2 hits, not bad. And 3s to kill. Oh.
Uh-oh. Stubborn little missile team. I don't want to die. I always said tech priest there. I suppose he is technically a tech priest, but the data smith.
Yep.
Leveling his gamma pistol at this little 2-man squad here.
Okay, it's 1 shot, which misses.
Oh dear. You don't have options, sir. You're using a command point.
Yep, I'm playing Protector Doctrina Imperative again on the Vanguard, and they're going to fight everything at this little yacht squad here.
Yes.
They need them to die because there's a melter gun and they're standing in the way of the door. I was thinking of splitting fire over here, but it's vitally important that they die.
It is. And time is of the essence, as will become clear soon.
Yes. Well, there's already that alarm.
Yeah. Alarm going off. You need to get in there quickly. So, here we go.
Here we go.
Hitting on 2s.
2s now.
That's the stratagem. Now the tricky part, 4s to wound.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 ups. I've only lost 2. Only 2 of them die. That's how things look after the casualties are removed, and you're still blocking the way to the gate. So, you've done some thinking.
I've done a lot of thinking.
You've used the little grey cells.
I was briefly thinking of spending 2 command points to make him reroll one of the past saves, so that he would kill this guy, so that I could get into this position and attack the door and the melter gunner.
Yes.
And bust the door in this turn. However, that would still leave this guy in the way, so I wouldn't be able to move in next turn.
No.
What I really need to do is clear all of this and the door, and then next turn I can move in. Right?
Yes.
That's the plan. Otherwise, I might as well not bother blowing up the door. So instead, when it's at the start of a phase, so it doesn't matter either the charge phase or the fight phase, I'm going to play Binaric Override on the robots to put them into the Conqueror protocols, which means they fight twice.
Nice.
Which means I can kill this stuff, pile in, and then kill the door.
Excellent.
Assuming rolls are appropriate. It does mean they lose the Aegis protocols for the +1 armor save, which is a problem. Also means they can't shoot anymore.
Ooh.
But their shooting wasn't great, so...
Fair enough. Okay, right, so that's the plan.
So I'll spend that CP now, because I've already told you that's what I'm going to do.
Going to make them fight twice, Corn Berserker style.
Yes.
So with that little talk over there done, we now move into the charge phase, and we've already done this charge here, the Rust Stalkers making it with great ease. However, did take a wound on the way in there.
Of course they did.
Because of course they did. Rust Stalkers!
Yep.
Right, now the important bit.
Yep.
This is not a very long charge, admittedly.
Robots, charging all of that.
Everything.
Yes, including the door.
You've declared a charge against the door. Very
yes, we are charging that door.
Well, first, the all-important Overwatch. Some las guns. 1 hit.
Nope.
No wound. The shotgun.
Pew pew.
No hits. And then...
Don't do it.
Melter gun.
Don't do it, Dave.
No, you're lucky. You're very lucky.
Charge. In. Oh, it's a good charge as well.
Oh, very nice. The charge has been made. The robots are getting in there to crush some face. And the Datasmith has joined them as well, making an 8-inch charge into there. He is equipped with a power fist.
He does have a power fist. He is quite punchy.
He packs a wallop when he wants to, the Datasmith. He's no joke. And now finally, you're going to try and charge these Vanguard all the way down here into this missile team.
Yup.
So...
that'll do it.
That will do it. I will overwatch you, though.
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the las gun misses. And then I'm going to fire a frag missile for 4 shots. With 1 hit. And 1 wound.
3 up save. Fine.
Fine. The Vanguard are fine. Fight phase. Right. Rust Stalkers, you're going in the bin if you fail this, remember.
That's what I said. Starting to regret that, but we'll find out. Cord claws first. Let's do them. Great. 1 hit. And it didn't wound. Okay.
It didn't wound. Okay, good. Good. Now the razors. Here we go.
Some hits.
Better.
Right, a 6 with 2.
Close, but no cigar, no 6s.
No, it is, however, 6 wounds. So if you could please fail one of those saves, I would appreciate it.
I'll do my best. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you did in fact kill the Mortar Team. Congratulations. Now the Datasmith pummeling some guardsmen.
Yep. So 2 attacks with the power fist. Hit on 3s, but 4s because it's a power fist. Okay, good.
Lovely.
Robots then.
Robots.
So 1 into that squad, 1 into that squad.
Lovely.
So into this squad, 1 hit. Reroll the 1 because I'm Riser. Kills a dude.
Brilliant.
And into the other squad.
There you go.
1 hit.
Just knocked board scenery off
That's
the
been
table.
cocked. Kills a dude.
Brilliant. So I will now kill this fellow here.
Okay. We'll do a pile in.
Consolidate move there. Awkward terrain, apologies.
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay, good.
Okay.
Then they're going to fight again.
Actually, I'll do them first for dramatic effect.
Alright, Skitari Vanguard then. Battering these missile launchers.
Yep, so they've got 1 attack each, apart from him. He's the alpha, he's got 2 with his power sword. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. He's wounding on... He's strength 3, so he would be wounding on 4s, but he has rad saturation. So your toughness is reduced by 1 while I'm standing next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. It's power sword, -3 AP.
Dead missile team.
Good alpha.
Congratulations. Skewered with that power sword. Nice one. Alright, now the robots will be fighting again.
Yes, so in this position, I believe this one is going to fight this guy.
Yeah.
This one's going to fight the door.
Okay. So, to try and kill the rebel commander with 1 robot and batter your way through the door with the second one.
Let's do the one on the commander. All hits.
Oh, yes.
2's to wound. All wound. It's -3, flat 3 damage.
Well, he's
dead.
He's a very dead commander. Picked up by the robot and ripped in half, I imagine, something like that.
So the other one hits the door automatically.
Yes.
So strength 10, so 3's to wound. That's 3 wounds. It's -3 and it's 3 damage.
All right. Borrow 3 of your dice.
Go for it.
6 ups to the door.
Nope.
No. The door has been trashed, and over here as well. The Rust Stalkers actually consolidated up onto there so they can see what's in the compound too. But what do the robots and the Rust Stalkers see in the compound? Well, we're about to find out. As the door comes crashing down, this is what they behold inside. A right shower of wrong-uns. That's what they behold. What we have here is some more rebel guardsmen, disguised as loyalists as the others were. But in the middle here, we have a large blob of Crimson Legionnaires. These are as discussed earlier, These are the guys that Vandrax the Red, I'm knocking over trees in the background, he commands these guys. These are his dudes. And they are effectively similar to guardsmen, but they are WYSIWYG, as you see here. It's one big unit. Some of them have chain swords and other close combat weapons. A number of them have flamers. I think there's 3 flamers in this unit. Others have las guns. Bit of a weird old bunch, a little bit of a weird collection. We've got the Sorcerer as well. He's at the back there. They both come down off the tower, off the landing pad. And behind them, we have something I've decided to call a Mantis Tank. Bit of a nod to the old Stalk tanks from the Dan Abnett Gaunt's Ghost novels. But effectively, it's a Forge Fiend, basically. It's a very small Forge Fiend. So it has the same guns as the Forge Fiend, and instead of the usual demonic jaws, it has those pincer things at the front there. And the other 2 mortar teams from what would have been a 3-man unit have emerged from the barracks at the back there. And they're going to start raining some shells down on the loyalists. And at the top, on the landing pad, awaiting still, is... I forgot his name. Elvira Shrake, we remembered. We didn't really, we actually looked it up. We wrote it down on a piece of paper.
I basically remembered.
Yes. Elvira Shrake is still up on the landing pad, and only now does it become obvious that he's trying to get out of here, essentially. Inquisitor Herrick, on the Vox, from his advisors and acolytes elsewhere, is being told that there are incoming aircraft, and you can hear the roar of jets in the distance, which means that his ride is on its way, and he's looking to get out of here. It is now turn 4.
Yep.
We're heading into turn 4, and we're going to use the standard random game length rules. So on turn 5 we'll roll, turn 6 we'll roll, turn 7 we'll roll each time to see if the game ends basically by this guy's shuttle arriving and picking him up and bringing down a load of suppressing fire in here, preventing you from getting to him before he gets away. So your objective is, as it always was, to try and capture Shrake. But now you've got to do it before his ride turns up and gets him out of here, which will of course have repercussions in future missions if you fail to do so. So folks, we're actually now going into the Rebel Traitor Guard turn as they confront the Admech that have just burst into their compound. Let's see what happens. Okay folks, it's the end of the movement phase for the Renegades and Traitors and Heretics and Lost and Damned and Bad Guys and, well, the Crimson Legion, really. That's what it's become immediately obvious, that these supposedly traitor guardsmen, it looks like it's these guys, essentially. It's these guys. Yeah. Putting 2 and 2 together here, Herrick, probably quickly realising that this new guard regiment that's being raised on the planet...
I have some concerns.
You have some concerns! Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic into the planet, as discussed in the first episode. Lots of unusual traffic coming into this planet rather than out of it during the founding of an Imperial Guard regiment.
Yep.
You break into this spaceport and what do you find? Crimson Legionnaires. Oh dear!
And quite a lot of them as well.
Quite a lot of them too, yes. Bad news indeed. And it's going to be even more bad news.
I've no doubt that there's more bad guys hanging out over this way somewhere.
Oh yeah, there's more in this direction and stuff as well.
In the extended.
Which will be coming in over here to try and stop you from,
God, I hope not.
from getting to this guy. So, over here, the main blob of Legionnaires has moved up. These 2 individual guardsmen, who are all that's left of their previous squads, have moved back to get out of combat with the robots. And my dude here, Vandrax. Now, he is effectively like a company commander and a Chaos Lord combined. He's an interesting fellow. He has reroll 1s to hit, like a Chaos Lord, but he can also issue 2 orders per turn, like a company commander. He's a big cheese. He's a big deal, this fella.
He's also got a big sword.
He's got a very big sword, yeah. He's got a big eviscerator too. And he's going to issue 2 orders. One is going to be to this melter gun here, which is going to be get back in the fight, so it can fire after falling back.
Yikes.
Point blank range into those robots. Hopefully maybe bring one down.
Could be a problem.
His other order is going to be to his Crimson Legionnaires, which is going to be a special order that's unique to this regiment of sorts, which is called Make Them Bleed. And what effectively that will do is it will give everyone in the unit +1 attack until my next turn, essentially. So it's sort of a first rank fire, second rank fire equivalent, but for close combat, shall we put it that way. So that's the custom regiment order these guys have. Over here, this other unit of disguised Legionnaires has spread out a little bit to try and make a little bit of a screen for the Mantis Tank at the back here, which has remained stationary, and the Mortar Teams, which have remained stationary as well. So that's what's happened. The Traitors do now have a psychic phase, because Nemetor the Twice Cursed here, he is a Psyker, he's a Sorcerer. And he has 2 psychic powers in addition to Smite. He's got Infernal Gaze on this occasion, and the other one was Death Hex. Death Hex, yes, that was one. Right, first thing he's going to do is try and use the Tides of the Warp to curse these robots with Death Hex, which will, on an 8, it will remove their invulnerable save. And he fails.
I'll take that.
He fails his cast.
That's good.
He hasn't quite adequately warmed up yet. Hasn't done his brain exercises yet. You've taken him very much by surprise. He's a little bit embarrassed, but it's fine.
Hasn't done his Sudoku.
No. Hasn't done his brain training yet. Right. For his second trick, though, will be a smite. Just a regular smite, I think, on these robots. We're needing a 5, and that does go off, but only on a 6. Now, Inquisitor Herrick, the badass that he is, could quite easily deny this.
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Yep. He rolls a 6 as well. It's not enough. Come on, point! Come on, point!
I think we got to, because this is bad. Ah, no!
Oh, no! It does still go off.
Problem.
D3 mortal wounds. For 1.
Okay.
You got lucky there.
Could be worse.
You got lucky. 1 wound off one of the robots. Okay, we're going to head into the shooting phase now, and first of all, this sniper up here, almost forgot about him, he's going to take a pot shot at Inquisitor Herrick.
No!
Because he can see him now. He can. He hits.
It's better not be a 6.
Oh, he lucky. No, he doesn't. He fails to wound the Inquisitor. Very good, very good. Now,
stare him down.
Carrying out that first order, get back in the fight. On the melter gun, he's going to fire at the robots. He hits. Does he wound? He wounds.
Right, so...
Luckily, Death Hex fails, so you do have your
I do have my
save.
vulnerable. I don't have the Aegis Protocols anymore, so it's just a 5 up. But a 6 will bounce a mortal wound back at him.
Yes.
No.
D6 damage. Well, it's 2d6, pick the highest from this range, so...
Problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a dead
4.
robot.
There's a dead robot.
Does it explode?
You could, of course...
No.
Well, it doesn't explode, apparently, but you could, of course, spend 2 CP to make me re-roll.
Yeah, the 2 would
Before.
kill him as well.
Oh, the 2 would kill him as well. Alright, fair enough.
I've got 2 is left.
I wasn't keeping track, I'm afraid. Okay, 1 dead robot, I'm afraid. Okay, not good.
I was really saving to re-roll the explosion if he blew up.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
That would be pretty catastrophic.
Okay, well, next up, assuming it can
flamers.
see you. No, I was thinking the Mantis Tank actually, / Forge Fiend, and yeah, it can see you. Not very much of you, but it can see you. All right, this thing's going to be opening fire with its Hades autocannons, I think they're called. They look like big Gatling guns rather than autocannons, but yes. All right, the foul demonic machine is going to wind up its autocannons. 8 shots in total from both of them, hitting on 4s.
Brrrt.
Luckily for you, most of those missed.
Good.
They all got a wound on 3s though, they're strength 8. 1 single wound, sir.
I can live with that.
Very lucky robot.
I can live with that.
It's minus 1 AP.
Yep, so because of the Shroud of Silence, it's a 3-up save. Oh, okay. Fine.
Did you make it?
Nope. It's
No.
a 1.
Okay, 2 damage down then.
Okay.
Those are your 2 damage apart those things. So less than stellar performance from the Mantis Tank there, but still managed to get a bit of damage through there. And now it's going to be the big blob of Legionaries, I think. Alright, here we go. It's going to be a combination of las pistols and las rifles and 3 flamers, all attacking this robot. Flamers first, 3d6 auto hits. Auto hits. That's the second time I've done that on camera now. 3d6 auto hits from the flamers because there are 3 flamers in the squad. And that is 2 terrible rolls and 1 excellent one. 5s to wound now. Oh, we got quite a few, I'm afraid. That's 4 wounds on your robot. Got 3-up saves though.
2 up because of Shroud Silence.
2 up indeed.
Which shrouds me from flames, apparently.
It does indeed.
Still failed 1 though.
Alright, 1 more damage down on the robot.
3 left.
And that's going to be 23 lasgun and las pistol shots. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. And re-rolling 1s as well because of Vandrax's Chaos Lordish rule. So it's another 2 hits on top of the others. Okay, now wounding on 6s. The difficult bit. No wounds at all. The Omnissiah has protected you, sir.
Yes.
All of the Traitor's lasguns failed to find their mark. From that squad, at least. We've got a few other units, though. Alright, now the 2 remaining mortars firing up at those Rust Stalkers. 2d6 shots. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hitting on 4s with the mortar shells. We got a few there. Definitely got a few. Winning on 3s. Oh, goodness me. Alright. That is 5 wounds, sir, on your Rust Stalkers.
Okay, so 3 up saves.
Oh, I only failed 1.
It's nice.
It does kill a Rust Stalker. But not too bad. Then this other group of disguised legionnaires will be firing their lasguns up at those Rust Stalkers as well. Dropping dice again.
Maybe.
20 lasgun shots up at the Rust Stalkers. Hitting on 4s. Alright, 20 lasgun shots. Hitting on 4s. I actually just did the hit. What am I doing? Wounding on 4s. Wounding on 4s.
That looks quite a lot.
That's quite a few. Yeah, and this is after the reroll 1s from Vandrax as well. Because those are legionnaires. They're just in disguise. So what was that? I just knocked it over. Ah! Alright, now wounding. I've already rerolled the 1s as well. Sorry there, off camera. From Vandrax. And that is 5 wounds on your Rust Stalker, sir.
That's okay. I was expecting it to be slightly worse. I passed them all.
You passed every single one.
I will take that.
Well done indeed. Well done, sir.
Good work, Rust Stalkers.
And that's all of my shooting, I think. Oh, except for my characters here. My boy here, Nemator. I'll remember the names eventually. There are my own damn characters and I can't remember the names. Nemator has a las pistol, which he'll quickly fire up at that robot, which he misses with. And then Vandrax has a needle pistol, which effectively is a hotshot las pistol. I'm using the stats for a hotshot las pistol anyway.
There are stats for needle pistols, for what it's worth.
Oh, are there? Yeah. I don't know what they are, so I'm it's the hotshot las pistol as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, sure.
So he hits, and he needs to wound on a 6. No, he doesn't wound. So, that is the Traitor turn 4 done.
Is it?
I think. Well, I mean, unless I want to charge you.
Do you want to charge my robot?
I did do that order, so I get extra attacks, so I suppose I might as well, actually, now you think about it. Now I think about it, well, you thought about it, and I didn't really, so... Yes, I shall charge you. I don't know what I need exactly, but let's find out what I get. That's probably not it. No, that's just not it, so... We do actually fail our charge.
I'll do some Overwatch. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Nothing ventured. Nothing lost either.
What?
So that's okay. I think a momentary lapse of courage there from the Legionnaires.
Makes sense.
Do we really want to charge a Castellan robot, boss?
Giant robot. That's a giant orange robot.
Which, for context as well, is currently like wading through a puddle of what was left of the guys guarding the gate too. Yeah. So, you know, right. That is the end of the Traitor's turn 4.
Still broke one of them.
You did. I did bring down one of them.
That's an ancient relic from before the heresy, and you broke it.
I did. Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. You know what's not an ancient relic from before the heresy? That thing. That thing. All right. I don't have any more to do. Neither do you? So
nope.
It's going to be the Inquisition, the Holy Inquisition, and the Adeptus Mechanicus, turn 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the movement phase for the forces of the Emperor's Holy Inquisition. What's happened, my friend? Other than the robot crashing through the door here.
Well, that's the main thing. Yep, so robot piling in to support. We've got Herrick is making his move up the table. He's within charge range of some of this stuff.
Good.
The Rust Stalkers are down to do some stabbing.
Excellent.
And the Rangers have advanced because they couldn't really do anything over there.
They got a bit left behind, really.
Yep.
So they're trying to make up for lost time. Right.
So at the end of the movement phase, I am going to try and fix my robot.
Good idea.
You broke, you bastard. For 2 wounds.
2 wounds back on the robot.
Back to 5.
Excellent. And you also have some psychicking to do.
I do indeed have a psychic phase now.
Some relatively important psychicking too.
Yes. well, kind of. Herrick. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and terrify this blob.
Right.
Yes. Unless you want to try and deny. You need an 11.
I need an 11. You know what? No.
Okay. So they are -1 leadership and they can't fire Overwatch, which is nice. He is then going to smite them.
This one I might try and deny.
Actually,
is he going to smite them?
I'm trying to think if he would be closer to them or him.
Well, I would say probably equidistant.
Okay, in that case, we'll smite them.
Yeah.
Goes off on a 6, so it's deniable.
This one I will try and deny. Trying to remember the guy's name, but I'm not. The Sorcerer.
Nemesaur.
Nemator, that was it.
Something like
Nemator
that.
Twice Cursed. Will
Oh, there
deny
you
you in the name of
Close
the Chaos
enough.
Gods. No, he won't. No, he won't.
It's because you got his name wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Or I got his name wrong. Okay, D3 mortal wounds. For 3.
All right. 3 dead Legionnaires right off the bat. Excellent stuff. Need to pick specifically who I want to kill here because they do have a variety of weapons, but I'll kill 3 Laskin guys.
Yes. Yep. So just moving straight on to the shooting phase because it's Herrick again. He's going to level his bolt pistol at this guy here.
This particular,
Yep.
yeah, the one remaining,
The one
from
remaining
that
in that
squad.
other squad. Hits. Doesn't wound, but I'm pretty sure you have Chaos keyword.
I do.
So Order Hereticus means I can re-roll. There's a wound.
He might look like Acadian, but he definitely ain't.
We know he's a baddie.
So he fails his save.
Got him.
And he is dead. Well done. Alright, some casualties taken. We go into the shooting phase, and first up, you're shooting the Gamma Pistol?
Yep,
from the
Gamma Pistol into the big squad.
Alright, the Datesmith.
He hits this time.
What does the Gamma Pistol even do?
It's strength 6, minus lots, and I think it's can reroll to wound against vehicles.
Alright.
Yeah, that kills a guy.
Brilliant. One more dead. I choose you. Next up it is
We're going to fire the heavy phosphor blaster.
But he
point
can't.
blank range. Correct, it cannot. So we're not going to
Conqueror
do
protocols,
that.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for catching me out on
I
that.
can't believe I remembered an ad.
I know, right? So we're going to go straight into the vanguard behind, who are going to open up with their radium carbines.
These gentlemen, yes.
Try and cut down a few.
Are you going to use that?
Nope.
No, okay. I was going to say you want to use the command point thing. The stratagem, that's what they're called.
I didn't need to because I didn't roll any 2s.
Fair enough.
Well, actually, one of them might be in a 2, but it's a good roll.
Okay.
Force to wound. Oh, that's a good roll.
Oh, that's pretty good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay, 10 saves after a brilliant roll from the Skitari Vanguard.
Oh, that's not bad.
I make 4.
That's
So
6 dice.
6 more die though. 6 more Legionnaires bite the dust. Some serious gaps in the ranks there among the Crimson Legionnaires after that volley of radium carbine fire. Nice one.
That was good. That was good.
Now, charge phase.
Yep. So the robot's going to charge first into this squad.
Yep, and we can't
he's in.
overwatch because we are terrified. Absolutely terrified. So no overwatch.
There we go.
You'll notice I've killed some of the flamers there. That's why, because they couldn't overwatch anyway. Brilliant. And then the rust stalkers.
Yep, they're going to charge this squad of guys who can overwatch.
Brilliant. You want to roll for it?
Yeah, they're in.
They're definitely in. No damage taken on Overwatch there as they make their way in. Okay, what's next?
Inquisitor Herrick's going to make the charge.
Ooh,
Okay. I previously measured his 8 inches charge around the pillar to this guy who can't see him for Overwatch purposes.
Exactly.
And then I think it's 9 or 10 inches to get to these guys now.
Right.
And they can't Overwatch either, obviously, so
Because
it's
declaring
safe.
against both.
We declare against both. I'm going to use a CP on that because I really want him to move up the table. Drop dice don't count. There we go.
There we go. Herrick is in. The badass has entered the room, everybody. Cower in fear. Herrick is here.
Something like that.
Right, end of the charge phase. That's how things look. Herrick has been joined by the Cybernetica Datesmith, who made a very, very easy charge indeed in there. You want to fight with the Datesmith first, yeah?
He's going to go punchy punch.
Power fist into this lone melter gunner.
Both hit, maybe? No. No, he hits on 4s because it's a power fist.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I guess Herrick's going to have to kill that one guy.
You wanted to kill him with the Power Fist so Herrick could pile into the big squad, essentially, but that's not happened, unfortunately. Alright, Herrick has 4 attacks normally, but a 5th because of his upgrade from the previous mission. So
he is a veteran of stabbing chaos dudes.
He is indeed.
Here we go. 3s to hit. All hit.
I was going to say re-rolling everything, but he didn't need to because he's a badass.
4s to wound, but re-rolling because you're chaos.
Yep.
So that's 5 wounds at -3, doing D3 damage on that one guy.
Yeah, he's extremely super dead. Right.
I'll do a bit of a consolidate like that.
Very nice.
Then we'll do that robot. Might as well do both his sets of attacks at the same time.
Yeah, go for it. He's still fighting twice from Conqueror Doctrine, whatever it's called.
The Conqueror Protocol.
Conqueror Protocols, thank you.
3 hits. 3 dead.
Very nice. Last, and in some people's eyes least, the Rust Stalkers now chewing up some of these Legionnaires.
Yep, let's start with the Transonic Razors. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s, but 1s and 6s different. Reroll the 1. Into a 6.
There you go.
So that's a mortal wound, 1's dead, and that's 4 armour saves.
4 flak armour saves to 5 up. We make 1.
So that's 4 dead total.
Lovely. And then the claws?
Then we've got the claws, yeah. 4 with the claws. All hit though.
Nice.
And now we need 3s to wound again. 6s are good. There's a 6. Can't reroll that. So that's 2 more normal saves.
Fell both.
2 die. And D3 mortal wounds from the claw. For 1, okay.
3 Legionnaires remain alive in this squad. Morale is going to be a big problem for both squads. But let's see what they can do before that happens as they poke you back in close combat. Starting over here, I think, where, well, these 3 are going to have to attack the robot, and these 2 are going to attack the Inquisitor. These guys first. 3 attacks each, thanks to Make Them Bleed, their custom order. And they've both got close combat weapons, so...
Hey, look, 2 6s.
2 6s, 2 Death to the False Emperors. Nice.
Reroll the 1.
Reroll the 1, you're right, because of Chaos Lord. Thank you. Okay. And then... 4s to wound, yeah. He is only human.
He is.
Badass human, but he is only human.
Only human.
3 wounds. No AP.
4 up saves. 2 go through.
2. Herrick takes a couple of wounds there from these Traitor Legionnaires. And then these 3 here. Come on, batter that stupid robot. Let's do this. Reroll those 3 1s.
And you've got 4 6s now.
Yeah, okay, so Death to the False Emperor popping off 4 times there.
Ooh.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, they're good.
That's not bad.
They're good at hitting a big orange blob in front of them.
Yeah. They're guardsmen who pack a punch in melee, these fellas.
Let's find out.
Well, they pack many punches, we'll say. They're still only strength 3, which means they're wounded on 6s. They get 2 wounds through on that robot.
Not bad. 3 ups. Fine.
Makes both of them. Very nicely done, sir. And then we got these guys over here, these 3. A single attack each, because they were not ordered. And they all missed, except for this guy can re-roll, thanks to the Chaos Lord.
Still missed.
Still missed. Alright, I keep calling it a Chaos Lord. He's not really. He's Vadrax. He's like a Chaos Lord, but not. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this fight phase, and we've got morale to do. These 3 over here lost 10. 11, 12. Yeah, they're all running away.
Well, they lost 7.
They lost 7, sorry, yeah. So
8, 9.
Yeah, 8, 9. 2 of them run away. My bad. Yeah. Okay, 1 is still alive.
Cool.
Thank you for that correction. Over here,
these guys lost.
These guys lost a lot. I need to go count the corpses. After a quick body count, I quickly realised that yes, all of them have legged it now, which just leaves between you and Drake up here, well, a Mantis Tank, as well as Vadrax and Nematon. I like to think we're executing those guys as they were running away.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So there we go. There we go. And there's 1 guy remaining over here.
Oh, don't forget the sniper.
And the sniper. All important sniper. You never know. Could make all the difference. But yes, that's how things look at the end of the Inquisition's turn. You have cleared the chaff, that's for sure.
Pretty much.
Let's see what the traitors do in response. Well, ladies and gents, it's the start of the traitors' turn, and they had one last surprise in store. As over here, emerging out of the door from this landing pad building here, a single word-bearer, Chaos Space Marine, an aspiring champion, armed with a bolt pistol, a bolt gun actually, I think, and a power axe, emerges from the building, bellowing in his Astartes voice through his Vox Grill and his helmet. What is going on? You had this under control. Yeah. He's not happy. He's not happy. There's a Chaos Marine here, a word bearer, and he's not happy. Now we're going to go into the movement phase. And that was a quick movement phase, but movement phase is done. Over here, Vadrax. He sees the Inquisitor, and he wants its head. It's going to be a duel, folks. Vadrax versus Herrick. We'll see how that goes down in a minute. Now Acheron has moved up as well. He's looking to smite this big, stonking great orange robot here. And the Chaos Space Marine, the aspiring champion, he's moved 6 inches away from the door over to here, and he's probably going to charge and get stuck into something as well if he can get a good enough roll. As for the rest, this lone remaining traitor legionnaire here, he's moved out of combat with the rest Stalkers so I can lob some mortar shells at them. And of course the Mantis Tank has stayed exactly where it is, not wanting to take any negatives to hit for moving. Even though, to be fair, it has pincy jaw things which can do a bit of damage in close combat, but I'd rather fire the guns.
Well, as we saw last time, its guns weren't very effective. So if you move, probably
even less effective. Yeah, I'm not using as the antagonist player in this narrative campaign. I'm generally not using stratagems of my own. I'm not using command point or stratagems. So there's no demon forge for this thing or anything like that. So just using the base profiles.
That might come in later, right?
Maybe later, yeah. But for now, no. All right, psychic phase. Psychic phase is going to begin with a smite on the robot from my sorcerer, which fails. Good. Followed by
Infernal Gaze?
Or
Death Hex?
Death Hex, no. But I think Death Hex. I think, no, maybe.
Who on, though?
Who on is the question? I might Death Hex Herrick, you know. I might just do that. Alright, let's give it a go. It needs an 8 to cast, so... Oh, it's an 8. It's exactly on the money, Herrick. You'd better stop him. 5, 6, 7, 8. You've matched it exactly again. Command point? You think a command point? Reroll that 3.
Go on then, I've got 1 left, so... Nope.
Oh dear.
Bad times.
Now, having used that last command point means you can't capture any secondary characters with your capturing stratagem.
Yes.
That the Inquisition get.
That's
so
a shame.
You'll still be able to get to Shrake if you can manage it, but you won't be capturing these guys.
Its expectation is that he isn't fighting back.
No, exactly. He's just a civilian, this guy, effectively. So
that's why he's still on the landing panel while everyone else is.
He's cowering up there.
Fighting.
Yeah. Indeed. So, yeah, successful-ish psychic phase. Now let's do some shooting, and I think we're going to start with Vadrax levelling his needle pistol, that's apparently a hotshot last pistol and not a needle pistol, at Herrick in his face. 1 shot. Hits on a 2. It hits. Now, a wound on a 4. It wounds, and it's AP minus 2.
Okay, so 6 up save. Nope.
Nope.
Takes 2.
2 wounds left on Herrick. Ooh, he might have made his match.
He might have. This guy's a baddie.
Yeah, okay. Last pistol from the sorcerer into the robot, because why not? Fine, whatever. He hits. He doesn't wound though.
Nope.
Okay, good. This Chaos Marine aspiring champion has a bolt gun. He's going to rapid fire it at those Rust Stalkers, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He hits both times, and I've knocked him over.
Okay, cool.
And
he's that eager to get into combat.
He wounds once.
Save.
This sniper here, cheeky little sniper in the hills, can't actually see very much. His position is not very advantageous for where he is. I bent down and actually had a look, and he can't really see much except for these Vanguard. So he's going to fire a shot at them. He hits. He wounds and does a mortal wound.
Okay. 3-up save. Yep. So he kills one from the mortal wound.
Headshot. Kapow. Very nice one. This Traitor sniper, he's pretty cool actually, this guy.
He's doing his job.
I need to make a cool new model for him or something. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, it's a shame you can't do like Chaos Vindicators, because that'd be a thing, that'd be really cool. Anyway, next up, Mortars. I'm going to be lobbing shells at these Rust Stalkers. So, 2d6 shots for 10. Hitting with these mortar shells on 4s. 4 hits, it's all they technically need. 3s to wound. 3 wounds. 3 saves.
3-up for Shrine Song.
Makes every single one.
Well Good work,
done. Rust Stalkers, I know, right?
Earning my grudging respect.
I was going to say, who'd have thought we'd be saying that in this game? Anyway, that leaves the Mantis Tank, aka the Forge Fiend, as the final thing left to shoot. And it is going to be firing everything, rather unsurprisingly, at the robot. 8 shots. 4 plus. 4 hits. Okay, that's fine. And then wounding on 3s with these Hades autocannons. Every single one wounds. -1 AP.
Okay, so...
negated because of Shroud Song.
Shroud Song, so 3-ups.
He makes every single one! What a boss.
Good robot.
That is a good robot. Very good robot. Okay, that's all of my shooting. Which brings us to charges.
Yeah, what you got?
And, yeah, well, let's see. It's a good question, actually. this one's obvious. Do you want to fire a bolt pistol at me?
Yes. Reroll because you're chaos.
Indeed.
No.
No. My sorcerer. Ooh, do I want to charge the Datesmith or the robot? I went for the Datesmith and did make the charge, but there is Overwatch from the Gamma Pistol, which is nasty.
No.
No, you missed. Good. Phew. Sigh of relief. Now it's this Chaos Marine. He needs to try and make a charge, potentially somewhere. I'm going to just measure this up and see how likely this actually is. Okay, after some deliberation, this aspiring champion, who I say is an aspiring champion. Bear in mind, in this campaign, we have consistently with Space Marines, which includes Chaos Space Marines, giving them extra buffs. So in case you didn't for some reason watch the first episode or you missed that bit of it, the Marines, they have +2 wounds and +2 attacks, don't they? Yeah. So
he's rocking 3 wounds and 4 attacks.
3 wounds and 4 attacks. So he's no joke. He's no joke. This guy. He's gonna be tough to kill. So anyway, he's gonna go after the.
I'll tell you what is a joke.
What?
The idea of him charging the robot.
Yeah, no, we did. Charging the robot was perhaps ill-advised. Maybe if he had a power fist or something, but no, he doesn't. He just has a power axe. So he's going to charge the Rust Stalkers, needing a 7 to get this though. He does make it though. Fair enough. So in he goes, Angry Word Bearer, into the Rust Stalkers, and I think I'm going to follow that up with the Mantis Tank is going to charge them as well. So I don't know what they need for this. Yeah, go charge them and eat them with the pincers. 5. Okay, I don't think that's going to do it, no. So, never mind. Failed charge there. Hopefully the aspiring champion can kick some ass anyway by himself.
We'll find out.
We shall find out as we head into the fight phase immediately. The Sorcerer, Nemetor, twice cursed, steps up and he's going to draw his Force Sword. He has a Force Staff and a Force Sword. He has the choice of which one he wants to use, and he's going to use his Force Sword to attack the Datesmith. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. He rerolling the 1, yeah. Thanks to Vanderax being nearby, but never mind.
Also Death to the False Emperor.
Also Death to the False Emperor, yeah, you're right. So that is actually 3 hits. And then wounding on 5s, because he's strength 3 and your toughness 4.
That's correct.
Only a human. Dear. However, that is 3 wounds, sir, at -3.
Yep. I only have 1 dice in my hand because I thought you were going to go that. Yeah, so -3 puts him on a 5-up save, which is invulnerable anyway. So
yeah.
Passes 2 of them, which is not bad. However, he has 3 wounds left, and that's D3 damage.
It is indeed D3 damage from a force weapon. Oh, just 2.
He's got 1 wound left.
Datesmith is alive on 1 wound. Woo! Right, that was close. Next up, I'm leaving Herrick till last.
You're bad, man.
Building the suspense. Next up is going to be this aspiring champion laying into the Rust Stalkers. He's going to have 4 attacks with his power axe, hitting on 3s. Oh dear, that's a bit embarrassing. He will not benefit from rerolls from Vandrax, because Vandrax is a puny mortal.
Yes. Different keywords and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Two hits. Now wounding on 3s. Oh, only 1 wound.
Okay.
Pathetic from the word bearer here, I'm afraid. But it's AP -2.
Yep, so I got 6 up against that. Nope,
No.
you do a wound, and none of them were wounded at that stage, so you just
Pop a wound
Pop a
off
wound on
one
someone.
of the Rust Stalkers.
will go in the back.
Yeah. And then that brings us to the duel. Herrick versus
I don't think
Vandrax.
it's much of a duel.
So Vandrax, his melee weapon
You soften me up first, you mean?
is an Eviscerator. Big, stonking, great chainsword. Huge two-handed bastard of a thing. And effectively it's got the rules of I couldn't remember the rules for an actual Eviscerator off the top of my head, so we went for the rules for a chain fist. So strength times 2. Now he's only strength 3 because he's human. So it's strength 6. And it will be AP -4 and then 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But -1 to hit.
but -1 to hit. He has 4 attacks. And he's not a space marine, so he's going to get shock assault, hateful assault, whatever we're calling it. In fact, he should have had an extra attack because of that.
Oh, quick.
Almost forgot.
Good.
Misses. Good. Thanks, Dice
Totally
Gods.
worth it.
Alright, so he gets 4 attacks with his big, massive Eviscerator, and he'll hit on 3s, rerolling 1s. -1 to hit with this thing, because it's unwieldy. Reroll that 1.
And a death to the false emperor.
And a Death to the False Emperor.
Yep.
4
4 hits.
hits with his
I'm
stonking great.
3,
You are.
so you need 2s to wound.
Indeed. I make
Yeah.
3 wounds.
So that's 6 damage, and he had 2 left.
I'm afraid so. He only had a 4-up save, and the AP -4 goes straight through it because of Death Hex cancelling your involved. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Herrick has been gravely wounded. And Vandrax, for his part, I think is going to...
Just realised it's got my name at the bottom.
Vandrax is going to consolidate like that. Very nice. Okay. There you go. There's Herrick. We'll find out what happens to him later. For now, though, well, it's your turn to punch something.
Yes. So to make myself feel better, the Rust Stalkers are going to murder that Chaos Marine.
Okay. Rust Stalkers, they have surrounded him, sort of.
Yes, kind of. So they're all within an inch of someone. So all of the attacks. We're going to start with the Cord Claws.
Nice.
Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. I've got to reroll the 1 because of Riser. Okay, just the 1 wound.
Just the 1 wound. Any AP?
No AP on that.
Alright, 3-up
It
power
is,
armor.
however, D3 damage.
Makes the save.
Okay, and then the regular attacks.
With the razors.
Yep, so that's 2 extra attacks each.
Doing some quick
3
maths.
something. Yep.
There we go.
I did count all these dice before, I was just checking. Well, it's not great.
Okay.
However, that is 1 mortal wound and then 2 regular saves.
Okay. 2 3-up power armor saves then. He makes 1, fails 1, so he's taken 2 wounds already.
Down to 1. That's all I got. But
This Chaos Marine is not quite dead yet, but almost.
yeah, he might have regretted his decision. So that guy's not meant to be within an inch of the robot, is he?
No, he's actually not.
Shame.
It's just difficult to balance him there, as you can see.
As I've
There
just
we go.
found out,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. I think my Tech Priest, the
Datesmith.
Smith, is going to punch the Sorcerer back.
Very good.
He seems more likely to be killed. You're stealing one of my Rust Stalkers there.
Am I? Oh, my... I have a... The handle on my camera has one of these little bits on it, and it just picked up one of his Rust Stalkers anyway. Right. What are we doing?
They're almost as bad as Gene Stealers, though, aren't they? Power Fist.
Power Fist.
2 hits.
Lovely.
Strength 8.
2's to wound.
Reroll 1s because he's Riser.
Yes.
That's really cocked.
That is really cool.
That is 2 wounds. It's -3. It's D3 damage.
He gets no save. He only has a 4-up save.
Cool. Let's kill that guy, fella. You're not teleporting out of this one. That's 5 wounds.
5 wounds. Nemetor is also down.
Take that.
Okay. Ooh, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, folks. Well, folks, that's how things are at the end of the Inquisition's turn 4. And,
There is no Inquisitor left.
There is no Inquisitor on the field.
Could be a problem.
The remaining character is, of course, this badass Datasmith and his pet robot. Let's see if they can carry the day as the Inquisitor is wounded. Interesting. There's not a lot between you and Shrake right now, it has to be said. There's a big, nasty killer demon robot, of course, but you've also got a big killer robot of your own.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
We are definitely having a big killer robot off.
Yes. I just said it was Inquisition turn 4, didn't I? It's actually... It wasn't. It was... Wait a minute. I'm confused now.
That was your turn 4.
It was my turn 4. That was a long fight phase.
We're going into Inquisition.
We're going
turn
into
5.
Inquisition turn 5. Yeah. Right. Jolly good. Yeah, it was my turn. Right, I'm all sorts of confused. I'm sorry, folks. Inquisition turn 5. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Inquisition's turn 5. Potentially the last turn of the game. Potentially. This is how things look. These Skitarii Vanguard got a massive big fat 6 advance roll. Have moved all the way up here because it looks like they're the guys that the Datasmith has tasked with securing the primary objective, while the Datasmith himself continues his epic duel with Vandrax the Red over here, which I'm enjoying very much. Elsewhere, the Rust Stalkers are still in combat with the Aspiring Champion. They did consolidate at the end of the previous fight phase into that lone trooper, that lone Chaos Legionnaire there.
Yep.
And as for the rest, well, I think Robot Wars is going to happen very soon, folks. That's what's going to happen. So, right, there is no Psychic phase. Both of our Psychers are dead.
Yep.
So,
are they dead, or are they just a bit poorly?
A bit poorly.
I guess we'll find out later.
We'll find out later. Yeah. All right.
So I only have 2 bits of shooting left.
You do.
The Ranger did advanced. I don't know if you said that.
Oh, I forgot to mention that completely.
Because
Yeah.
they're largely out of the game.
They're still playing catch up, I'm afraid.
So we've got these guys going to fire their radium carbines at the mortars.
Very good.
Badly.
Oh dear. Now to wound. 6s to win will be 2 damage.
Yep, 4s to wound, 6s are 2 damage. That's 2 at 2 damage and 1 at 1 damage.
Alright, 1 at 1 damage. 5 up. Fails. And the 2 at 2 damage. Fail another one. So basically...
I'll kill a thing.
You kill a Mortar Team, yeah.
Fair enough.
Dead. And now the Gamma Pistol from the Datasmith into Vandrax the Red.
Hits.
He hits.
2 up to wound. It wounds.
He wounds.
Have you got an invulnerable save?
He will have a 4 up invulnerable save like a regular Chaos Lord does.
Fair enough.
Vandrax may be a mere human, but he's definitely chosen by the gods, shall we say. He's more of a kind of... Think about fantasy Chaos Warriors, and you'll notice he is based on a Chaos Warrior kit, actually. That's how I converted him. He's a bit more than your average human and a bit less than an Astartes, so... Right. 4 up invuln then?
Yep. It's just, it's AP -3, but doesn't matter.
Sigil of Corruption save. Yes, he makes it. Thus beginneth the charge phase, ladies and gentlemen, starting with the robot, with a very short charge into my evil demon robot. However, you're going to make it past the Overwatch first, and that's going to be 8 Hades autocannon shots, hitting on 6s. Oh, you're very lucky there wasn't a single one. Oh. Right. Roll the dice for academic purposes if you like.
Go on then. Years in.
Lovely. Let us begin the robot warfare, ladies and gentlemen. You're starting with the robot.
Yes.
And you're going to roll both your attacks at the same time.
Yes.
Well.
4s. Okay. Strength 10. So
Indeed.
3s. That's 3 wounds. -3, 3 damage.
3 6-up saves.
He's probably got 5 up and vulnerable, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, of course.
Demon.
Demonic, yeah. 5 up demonic saves. I make 2
Shouldn't have said that.
Okay, and that is how much damage? Sorry.
3.
3. So it's taken 3. I believe that means it's got 9 wounds left. Yeah, I think they start with 12 these things. It's not dead yet. Next up.
Let's do the Rust Stalkers.
Very good.
These 3 are going to kill the Chaos Marine, and he's going to kill him. Positive thinking. It's
nice and efficient.
Right, so this guy's Cord Claw. Okay. His Transonic Razor. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
Can you make 2 5-ups?
Nope.
No. He did make 1, but no.
Efficient. That's all we needed. The Cord
No
Claws
more, no less.
on the Chaos Marine. 2 hits.
Go to your mother.
That's 2d3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, he takes 4 wounds, he's dead.
Alright, Sparring Champion is dead. Perhaps thinking he should have stayed inside the building after all.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Rust Stalkers did a thing.
They did a thing.
Woo!
They did a thing.
Amazing.
Alright. So, now this fight over here. This duel between the Data Smith and Vandrax.
How many wounds have you got?
4.
4, right, okay. Power fisting. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Means I can't kill you, which is disappointing.
Mm.
Can reroll ones.
You can.
It's a wound.
It's a wound. 4 up save. Sigil of Corruption. Fails it.
D3. 1 damage.
3 wounds left on Vandrax the Red.
And then he gets to fight back.
He will indeed slap you back, sir. 4 attacks with his big eviscerator thing. Hitting on 3s, rolling once. He missed 3 times there. You got lucky. Right, 2 hits in total. No death of the False Emperors. 2's to wound. 3's to wound, actually, because you're toughness 4, aren't you? Yeah.
It's just the 1.
Just the 1 wound.
5
minus 4.
invulnerable save.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
He dies.
2 damage.
He only had 1 damage. 1
Oh.
left.
Hero Data Smith has finally failed. Vandrax is pissed, though.
We've murdered both my characters now.
He is. He didn't.
Although, to be fair, everyone else did the hard work for him because he murdered Herrick on 2 wounds and the Data Smith on 1 wound.
That is fair, yeah. I mean, the
chaos,
sniper helped with the Data Smith. I didn't expect that, but there you go. Yeah, Vandrax is... I didn't quite expect him to be that much of a beat stick, but he is, as it turns out. Fair enough.
Turns out you make a big guy with a big sword, chops up dudes.
This is to be fair, this is a guy who rules entire planets back where he's from. You know, he's no joke, this fella. So therefore, I felt he should have rules that reflect the fact that he is indeed no joke at all.
Yeah, he definitely seems like the kind of guy who could cause some problems.
Yes. I wonder
if he just has.
I wonder if him and Herrick have perhaps crossed swords before in the past. That would be interesting.
Perhaps.
That's maybe how he recognised him. Anyway, I still have a few attacks to do here with this.
Yep.
The Mantis Tank, aka Forge Fiend, has 4 attacks with its Demon Jaws, or its pincer thing at the front there. Hitting on 4s. Oh, not bad. 3 hits. And it will wound on 5s, because it's strength 6. We get 2 wounds. These are AP -1.
Okay, so 4 up saves. Failed them both.
2 damage a pop on the pincer.
Luckily I repaired it again. It's down to 1 wound.
It is down to 1 wound left on the robot. Whoa! Whoa!
Well, luckily the Data Smith's dead, so he doesn't get to see that.
No, he doesn't. That particular duel of the robots is yet unresolved, folks. And that is the end of Inquisition Turn 5.
That's the end of Turn 5, yeah.
Is the end of Battle Round 5.
And now it's random game length time.
Which means that I think it's the player who went first rolls.
Yes, it is.
So on a roll of a 1 or a 2,
the transports arrive.
Shrek's shuttle will arrive and take him out of here before the Imperials could get to him. No. The game goes on to turn 6. Well, folks, it was a very short movement phase indeed. It consisted of Vandrax, covered head to toe in blood and possible entrails, turning around and charging this way in the direction of the Skitari, his potential next victims. And over here, this Mortar Team has moved up to plug that gap there to make it more difficult for these Rust Stalkers to get over here and get to Shrek. Because he is a puny mortal, Shrek. None of us like him. He is a scumbag, and we kind of hate him. He's an oathbreaker, and even as traitors ourselves, we don't like that very much, hypocrites that we are. However, what he knows is of desperate value to the cause, and he must not be allowed to be taken captured. So,
because he'll sing, right?
Yes, he'll sing. He'll sing like a little bird, this guy, once he's caught. So, yes, the traitor scum are going to sell their lives dearly to try and stop that from happening. So, shooting is going to begin with Vandrax.
Yep.
Did total brain fart there. Firing his hotshot las pistol at
Hotshot needle pistol.
Hotshot needle pistol, whatever we're calling it today. Actually, you know what? He's going to fire at the Rust Stalkers.
Okay, yeah, there's one.
Because he might kill one. Right, so hits. Does wound. AP -2.
6 up. Yeah, gets it.
Gets it. He has killed one. Very nice. All right. The Mortar Team has D6 shots. They did move though, so it's going to be really awkward. But again, shooting the Rust Stalkers. 5 shots.
I like the idea that one of them is like holding the mortar, running.
Yeah.
And the other one's sort of loading it quick.
Exactly.
Firing a mortar from the hip.
Thing is, technically, the other guy has a lasgun that can shoot as well.
Yeah.
I usually don't, though, because for that very reason, he's supposed to be the loader and spotter.
Yeah.
He's not got time to shoot with a lasgun. And indeed, I think that's how it used to be in the old days, but anyway. Hitting on 5s. Oh,
good.
Everything misses. It was hoping for a bit much there, potentially. Very good. That's the shooting phase done.
Charge.
Charge phase. Charge! There we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And no other charge has been declared. So, we'll go straight into the fight phase. And I think we'll start with this. We'll start with this thing.
Okay.
4 attacks again. Hitting on 4s. Terrible this time. 1 hit. 5s to wound. It does wound though. AP -1 on your robot.
That is a dead robot.
That is a dead robot.
Does it explode? No.
No. The robot has been brought down by the pincer jaws of the Mantis Tank. I didn't expect that to happen, but it did.
I did not either. That thing's been significantly better with its biting than its shooting.
It literally has. It's done more damage with its pincer bitey thing than it has with its guns. Flippin' heck. Alright then. Now Vandrax tearing the Skitari a new one. I think. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s and rerolling 1s. Okay, no 1s and no Death of the Force Emperors. And then they're toughness 3, correct?
Yep, 2s.
2s to win with his Eviscerator. 2 at -4.
6 up in vulnerables.
6 up in vulnerables with cybernetics.
Nope, 2 die.
2 dead Skitari. He didn't manage to kill all of them. That is disappointing, I am sure, for him. Alright. Now you can
More
fight back.
disappointing when they kill him.
Oh, this Skitari Alpha could be a hero.
Yep. So I'll do the regular Skitari first. Misses. The Alpha. 1 hits. Doesn't wound.
Oh, it does?
Does
Because
wound
of rad
because of rad
saturation.
saturation.
Yes.
Yeah. So one invulnerable save.
Reduced me to toughness 2 there. Whew. Okay. 4 up. Sigil of Corruption. Makes it. The gods have plans for him, you see.
Yeah, it
He will not be so easily killed. Alright. Okay then. Well, that's the end of the turn.
Yep.
Skitari, well, they lost 2. I don't think that's enough for morale, is it?
I'll roll in. Check later. Ooh.
6, 7, 8. Ooh. I'm assuming Skitari have fairly decent morale, being part machine.
I think they're only leadership 7 on the leader, so...
The other one...
At this stage, I doubt
blue
it makes much
screens. He
difference.
doesn't run away, he blue screens. He just keels over.
Boom.
Okay. Ooh. Well, folks, that's the end of turn 6 for the Chaos. And it's looking a bit grim.
It is
It's
now,
looking
isn't
a bit grim for the Inquisition all of a sudden. Ooh.
Let's see what we can do.
Well, ladies and gents, it's turn 6 for the Inquisition. It's the end of the movement phase. The Rust Stalkers making their way around the big death-killing Mantis robot.
See, if this wasn't here, I could have gone bloop there and nice easy charge up to him.
Indeed. However,
We've decided it's 3 inches up the stairs inside, right?
It is, yes.
So basically it's there, 3 inches up, then to there. That is 10.5 inches. It's a 10-inch charge there. It's squeaky bum time.
Squeaky bum time indeed.
But before that, we have some token shooting from the Rangers who finally turned up.
The Rangers have finally made it over the wall there, so
we're going to fire the arc rifle at the robot and the Galvanic Rifles at the Mortar. Yes, that's what it's called.
Brilliant.
Arc rifle, missed. Galvanic Rifles. It takes 3 wounds, one of them's at -1.
Okay.
Or they take.
6 up save. No. Regular save.
Yeah,
no.
they're done.
Mortar Team is out of commission. And with that out of the way, folks, it's just the charge phase. You've got to roll a 10 and hope the game ends. Well, actually, you don't need to. You just need to get him before the game ends.
To get it right. That's the mission. Come on. 10. That is not a 10.
That's only a 6. Not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Now gotta hope the game doesn't end.
Yep. And I'm rolling, so on a 4-up it continues.
Roll well, sir.
Come on, Omnisire. Give me a good roll. Yep.
Game continues to turn 7.
Turn 7 it is.
A very short movement phase for the Chaos. Basically consisted of Vadrax running down here to try and take care of his final victim here as he chases down and rips the Skitarii squad to pieces. Yeah, the plan is to do exactly that, and for this thing, to dagger these things to death. The Rust Stalkers will be destroyed with the Hades autocannon, hopefully, and if not, I'll have to just charge the bloody thing, the bloody things with my pincer jaws, because apparently they are actually far more successful at doing damage.
That does actually work, apparently.
Yeah, as it turns out. So, first up, Vadrax with his hotshot needle pistol thing gets a hit. Doesn't wound though. And then this thing with its Hades autocannons. Burt indeed. 8 shots. Hits on 4s. Okay. Do you know what? That is close enough to reroll those once. One more hit.
You finally rolled good for his shooting as well.
Yeah, I know.
2's the wound.
2's to wound indeed. That is 5 wounds at -1.
5 ups. No, 4 ups because of Shrine Song.
Yep.
It's 2 damage each, isn't it?
It is, I'm afraid.
That is the unit wiped.
The Rust Stalkers are down. It's not looking good.
It is not looking good.
It's not looking good.
I might go as far as saying it's looking bad.
Okay, so basically charge phase. Oh look, he's in. Do you want to overwatch me with your pistol thing?
It's a radium carbine.
Who is it?
Nope.
Well, never mind. In he goes. And as before, 4 attacks. And 2's to wound. That's 4 at -4.
6s. No, he's dead.
Skitarii Alpha is brought down with that Eviscerator. All that's left now is the Rangers up on this hill, climbing
They are
over the
way
wall.
out of position.
They are way out of position indeed. There's these 2 guard dogs of a sort down here. Guard their prize up on the tower.
They've done their job.
They have indeed.
Or have they?
Or have they?
Or have they?
Or have they? So, it's turn 7.
Yep.
For the Admech, and of course, there's no way you can get to him in time. Which means you're going to do something different, aren't you?
Well, I don't think my guys can get to him to capture him. And he's got lots of vital information. But there is a reason, there must be a reason why these Chaos guys didn't just go, there's Inquisition coming to capture you, we're just going to shoot you in the head.
Yep.
Because he has vital information they want as well.
Indeed.
Right? So we're just going to try and shoot him.
Basically. Cut your losses. You can't capture him. Yeah. So the Tech Priest Dominus back at his central command area, watching this whole thing through the eyes of his Skitarii servants, is making the executive decision now that the Inquisitor is down to just execute this traitor.
Yep.
Deny what value he has to the Chaos if we can't capture him ourselves. So he is toughness 3. He has a 5-up save, and he has 3 wounds. He's not very tough. He's a bureaucrat, really. He's not a soldier. So.
Okay. So we've got. Well, let's just check to see what range we've got. Obviously, I'd have a movement phase as well. So
this will have narrative consequences for the rest of the campaign. You see, so it's important.
Yeah. So
you have effectively lost the mission.
So basically, I can get the 4 rifles, but not the arc rifle.
Brilliant. You've kind of lost the mission.
Yep.
But you're going to try and effect a slightly different outcome.
Quite. If none of us, if I can't have him, then no one can have him.
Indeed.
All hits.
Well, good
3's
start.
to wound, 6s are -1 AP. It's only 2 wounds.
Only 2 wounds.
So no matter what you roll, he will survive with 1 wound left, at least.
Yeah, I passed 1, failed 1.
Yep. So there is no roll at the end of turn 7. It is automatically the end of the game.
Shrike lives. His shuttle arrives. He's evacuated out of here, and these Rangers are left at the mercy of this monstrosity, the Mantis Tank, and Vadrax, who I'm sure at this point, because remember this is part of a bigger compound, there's more reinforcements from the Chaos inbound, so these Rangers I'm sure are probably going to be getting out of dodge pretty fast.
Yep. They're going to be ranging away.
And yes, I'm sure Herrick and maybe the Decksmith too, because he was kind of a badass.
Cool. They're going to
will be crawling away, getting out of here as well. That's what the Rangers probably their new mission is.
Let's find out.
We'll find out. Indeed, we will find out. But there you go, folks. Unfortunately, mission failed for the Imperium and the Inquisition this time. That will have significant consequences.
Could be a problem.
Later down the line. Could be a problem indeed.
Could be a problem.
Could be a problem. But we'll find that out next time, folks. But before we go, let's see what happens to these characters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is the fate of these characters? The only one who survived this battle, still standing by the end, was Vadrax the Red here. So he'll be getting an upgrade. The rest of them, however, will not be getting an upgrade because they failed. They were taken down. But the question is, did they die? Or were they merely wounded? Let's find out. Starting with Nemator, the twice cursed. Rolling 1d6, we get a 5, which means that he waits out the next mission. So, in the following mission, he cannot make an appearance. He's going to be out of it. So, until the mission after the next one, you won't be seeing him. Now, Vadrax, he succeeded. He was still standing at the end, so he gets an upgrade. So 2d6 on the table. We get a 6, which means he gets +1 attack.
Yikes.
So he's up to 5 attacks now, which is not bad. Vadrax. Now, Inquisitor Herrick.
I think we save him till last, don't we?
Yeah, might as well. The Datasmith, as yet unnamed, but if he survives, perhaps he'll get one.
Let's see, shall we?
1d6. I'm afraid he's out of it. He was a hero of the Mechanicus, but he's out of it.
He doesn't have. At least he doesn't get to wake up to find that his robots both blew up and got destroyed.
Yep. And last but certainly not least is Inquisitor Herrick. I'll let you roll a dice for this one. Go on.
Thanks. Ah!
You rolled a 1. Oh no! Herrick
is a badass, no more.
He was a hero of the Imperium, but he met his match with Vadrax. He met his match indeed. One of the 3 Inquisitors sent to this world has fallen, folks.
4 Inquisitors.
4 Inquisitors. Well, there was one already here, but we'll get to him later. One of the 3 has fallen, though. That's grim news for the Imperium, folks. That is grim news indeed. Herrick was awesome. I'm gutted.
An unmitigated disaster.
It was a bit of a disaster. I mean, the body count was massive.
Yeah.
You certainly did some work there. You just
the numbers a bit, but
couldn't make it work there at the end. The dice rolls were not in your favour.
It was never meant to be. The Inquisition was just too late on this one.
I'm afraid so. Perhaps they can do better next time, although the odds are stacked against them now, with one of their number down and out permanently, and having gained no useful information from this operation. Ooh dear. Well, we'll see what happens next time, folks. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you then.